You're tuning into the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, the only wrestling podcast covering WWE, AEW, and TNA. Let's get uncooked, uncorked, and uncensored.
What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, joined by my own very personal hot commodity.
That's me.
Ant B, and we are covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown from June 20th, 2025, live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. A lot happened on this episode of SmackDown, so let's dive right into it. LA Knight comes out to start the night, and LA Knight says, let's go back to Money in the Bank. Seth and his boys screwed me. I usually let things slide, but I had to get payback. There's only one way this thing can go. I know where it ends. Me and Seth Rollins, come on out, and let's have a match. Paul Heyman comes out, though, and Paul Heyman says, you're my favorite. Seth Rollins wants me to let you know it's time to get out of here, because if you don't, something really bad will happen to you before the end of the night. And then Paul Heyman says, good evening, and goes to leave, but LA Knight says, did you just threaten me? You're a liar, scammer. You leech onto every piece of talent. You suck them dry, and then you move on. You gave me a Paul Heyman talking pretty damn tough. He basically is saying that Heyman's talking tough to him, and Paul Heyman's like a fucking walrus that can't do anything. We should go at it. Big man, I'm going to turn my back and let you take a shot, and if you don't, I'm going to mollywop your ass. And then Paul Heyman leaves the ring. Paul Heyman says, what I said before wasn't a prediction, that's a spoiler. And then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed come out and attack LA Knight, but LA Knight gets the better of them with steel chair shots. So everyone loves LA Knight. Like, even when I listen to the podcast, they're always like, oh, the crowd loves him, he's the best on the mic. And again, he just says the same fucking shit, and he doesn't do anything for me. I don't care about him. I do not think he's a threat to Seth Rollins whatsoever.
No.
Like, he's like a nobody. And I get that fans love him because he goes, yeah, but like, I was listening to Busted Open earlier, and they were talking about how like it's become more of being entertaining than wrestling. And he's right. If you want to watch wrestling, you're going to turn into AEW. If you want to watch entertainment, you're watching WWE. Because every time LA Knight has an opportunity to show off, he doesn't do shit. And then he's really talking shit to Paul Heyman. Like, why are you are you threatening me? I'm gonna turn my back and let you hit me. Like, yeah, you're really tough trying to fight Paul Heyman. You know, so it's just like, I don't see why everybody loves him. I'm not trying to be a pessimist and like, oh, but every time I'm like, okay, let me give him a shot. Let me see if, you know, maybe I can be like the fans and like him, but really, this is nothing, like, at all. And everyone loves him, and I really don't understand it.
Every time he gets a shot, he loses something, pulls him back, or there's always a reason. And yeah, I just like, I don't feel like, I guess, like, you know, the fans are making a big deal, and that's why now he's coming to Raw too. And it's like, so he can lose some more on Raw. He's not gonna beat Seth Rollins, and if he did, that would be a damn shame.
That would be a damn shame. We have the semifinals for the Queen of the Ring, Alexa Bliss versus Asuka here, and this is a good match between the two. They definitely brought it here for this match. Asuka gets the win after an Empress Impact, and she'll either take on Jade Cargill, or I'm trying to think who is the person fighting Jade tonight on Raw.
Oh shit.
Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
So it's either going to be Roxanne or Jade versus Asuka at Night of Champions, which we're not even sure is even going to fucking go on because we're in the middle of a war with Iran, and those fuckers are threatening to nuke Saudi Arabia. So I think WWE is really stupid. They don't give a fuck about the entertainers. They don't care. It's all about money. And when TKO came in, it got worse and worse, in my opinion. You've got businessmen running this company, not professional wrestling fans, and so they don't give a fuck about anybody. I don't
professional wrestlers.
I don't think they should have this event or really being threatened. They've said that they're going to close off all the flights in Saudi Arabia to civilians. But Triple H said that Night of Champions is still going on. But
keep in mind it's not like the highest paid event for them.
Yeah, they're gonna make like billions of dollars.
Oh, they're gonna probably make more than WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I heard rumors too that they're talking about potentially doing 2 WrestleManias so that Saudi Arabia can get one. Swear to God. And I'm getting like, I'm not against any religion, but who, like, do you do that for Germany? Hey, let's go to Germany and have a WrestleMania for Germany.
No, because they don't pay what Saudi Arabia pays.
And it's disgusting. I'm sorry. They don't have any morals. But moving on, if Night of Champions does happen, Asuka advanced. I do like her. I just feel like this is a big dark cloud.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of where it's going to happen.
I just feel like with everything going on in the world right now, this is a huge dark cloud. I really think they're being tone deaf with this. I don't understand why you would do this. Triple H is like, oh, we've always stood and divert. We're not going to let these people scare us. They've got fucking nuclear weapons. Talk all you want. That money that you're getting is not going to matter if you're fucking dead. But they don't think that way. But what do you think about Asuka winning?
I was glad Asuka won, and I'm excited to see her in the finals. I would love to see Asuka as Queen of the Ring.
Me too. I do like Alexa Bliss too. R-Truth comes out and he's about to take on, or I'm sorry, Aleister Black is about to fight Kit Wilson, but R-Truth attacks him. R-Truth says, "Get John Cena out here now. I'm done. I'm driving on my time. I want Cena." And then he locks in an STFU on Kip Wilson. Jamie Noble comes down. He's a producer, former wrestler. Tells R-Truth to calm down, grabs him by the head, and R-Truth starts to walk off. Jamie Noble tells R-Truth he needs to relax. Backstage, Aleister Black confronts R-Truth and says, "Why are you getting involved in my matches?" Damian Priest then shows up to talk to R-Truth, and he tells R-Truth not to beat up people for no reason. He made the world smile. Handle your business with Cena, and then we'll celebrate. So a lot of people are talking now with everything going on with CM Punk and Cena. R-Truth was on a roll. They got him back. They were pumping him up. And now it seems like the breaks have stopped. Do you really think people really... What do you think about that as wrestling fans? Because everyone was all, "Oh, he needs to come back. He can't be fired." Now he's back and he already lost, or he's like...
Well, he wasn't going to beat John Cena.
Yeah, but I mean, but literally the poll said, granted it's just a poll, but on Busted Open, the viewers were saying they wanted R-Truth to take the title off of Cena. So did WWE just say, you know what, we gave the fans what they wanted, we kept them here, but we're not doing anything with them because that momentum's gone. I mean, we're talking about the pipe bomb, we're talking about Night of Champions. Nowhere is anyone talking about R-Truth. And last week he was everywhere.
I don't think it was ever the plan to make him world champion. I think they're like, okay, we brought him back, but I think that's the extent of it.
Well, the fans won't be happy with that.
Well, tough. I'm happy with that. I don't want him as a champion.
No, I don't want to be champion, but I mean, it's like...
they can't.
It made me excited for his character. I feel like nobody knows what to do with anybody or anything anymore. Wyatt Six haven't done shit. They're going after the tag team.
I feel like they have a really good opportunity to take R-Truth and make him like a bipolar.
That's what I'm saying. But
part R-Truth, part Ron Killings.
They're just having me to relax. Okay, no bipolar person is going to just relax because you grab them by the head and tell them to calm down. Oh. And that's the thing. It's like, this is a guy who used to be on TNA smoking a cigarette. If you're going to hearken to that story, to that character, you got to give it all or not. Because R-Truth is doing nothing different than what he did before he got fired.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes comes out, immediately followed by Jey Uso, and those two will fight on Raw in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Jey says, "There's only room for one of us. I know you're going to bring it, but I got to get mine. I know it's strictly business. After we go to war, please believe it's going to be you." And then Sami Zayn comes out. Sami says, "This year I went to WrestleMania just to congratulate you, Jay, on winning the world title. Cody, when you finish your story, I was the first one to congratulate you as well. I hope you both understand it's time for me to finish my story." And then Orton comes out and says, "I will do whatever it takes to beat John Cena at SummerSlam and get my 15th championship." So that sets up Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn in a semifinals match here for the King of the Ring. Another good match. Sami lands a Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count. Sami hits a back suplex to Randy Orton across the announce desk, but Orton hits an RKO out of nowhere to Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton moves on to the finals of the King of the Ring. He'll either take on Cody Rhodes or Jey Uso at Night of Champions.
Yeah. For a second, I thought that Sammy might win, but I can't see Sami Zayn beating Randy Orton. I'm excited. I hope Randy Orton becomes King of the Ring. I think it would be nice to see him headline SummerSlam, and I'd like to see him get number 15.
We'll see. Nia Jax comes out and she says Tiffany Stratton betrayed me and has my women's championship. The champion Tiffany Stratton comes out. She says, "You're like a toxic ex. I just can't get away from you. Just admit I'm better than you. Next week it's you and me, last woman standing." Tiffany and Nia brawl. Nia hits a leg drop to Tiffany twice, and then Naomi, Miss Money in the Bank, runs out. She looks like she's going to cash in, but Nia stops her and pulls her out of the ring. Tiffany then drop kicks Naomi off the apron onto Nia Jax on the floor. And most important, we got Tiffany defending against Nia next week on SmackDown. Last woman standing.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this, I don't want to see what happened with Tiffany, where every single week she tries to catch him and somebody stops her. Mm-hmm. And I hope they don't do that with Naomi. Once or twice can be exciting, but like she's already tried to catch him like 3 times already, and it's been like 2 weeks. Like, come on.
Yeah, they got to come up with different storylines. Chelsea Green with the Secret Hermits takes on Charlotte Flair. Alba Fire drops Charlotte across the ropes to start the match, but Charlotte's able to get the advantage with a figure 8. She defeats Chelsea Green after Piper Niven hits Charlotte with a senton, but then Alexa Bliss makes a save. Her and Charlotte take out the Secret Hermits. Alexa offers her hand, but Charlotte walks right past Alexa, playing the whole "I don't need your help."
Yeah, they're definitely going to do something together. Charlotte's going to have to give in eventually. I just don't see why Alexa is so set on this, but maybe time will tell.
They want the women's tag team titles. Yeah. Solo Sikoa comes out next and says, "Jacob, I feel terrible about what happened. I want to clear the air. Please come out and talk to me." That's when WWE US Champion Jacob Fatu comes out. Solo says, "I love you, Jacob. You're all I have and all I need." Jacob says, "You've been using me to gain power just so you could stay tribal chief. If you want this title, let's go." Solo goes to hit a Samoan spike, but Jacob catches it. Jacob and attacks Solo, but then JC Mateo comes out and makes the save, but then Jimmy Uso comes out. And we will get at Night of Champions Jacob Fatu defending the U.S. title against Solo Sikoa.
I'm definitely excited for this match. We've all been waiting for this for weeks. I can't see Solo beating him, but we'll see what happens. I hope that if Solo does beat him, I'd like to see Jacob going for the World Championship. So,
Fatu. Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker takes on LA Knight. LA Knight gets the win after Braun Breaker spears LA on the floor for a DQ. After Braun lands another spear and Bronson Reed destroys LA Knight with 3 tsunamis. Now we know we're going to see LA Knight again, but I don't care. I really don't care about LA Knight. Maybe if he does something better, we'll care, but... And I also think having Braun Breaker with... Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins is really damaging his character. He used to be this badass who would just destroy everybody, and now he's like, "I'm a badass working for Seth Rollins."
Yeah, it's a little strange, yeah. But I also think there's going to be one more person in the faction. I just don't know who yet, but I could see it. I still think it could be Sami Zayn, but I don't know.
We'll see. R-Truth comes out to take on WWE Champion John Cena in a non-title match. R-Truth attacks Cena, slamming Cena's head into the announce desk. And then Cena hits R-Truth with the WWE title on the ramp, gaining R-Truth a DQ victory. After CM Punk runs out, but Cena low blows Punk and hits CM Punk with the title twice. And then Cena hits an FU to CM Punk through a table. Cena gets to the top rope. And he says, "CM Punk, as you lay there in your most uncomfortable position, I hope you can listen. Before I leave here in 6 months, I got a whole lot to get off my chest. I like you more than anyone you've ever shared a locker room with has. You're not the best in the world. I'm the greatest to ever do it. You're the best bullshitter in the world. I'm jealous of you. You have conned these people into thinking you're the best, but you change your values as much as I change t-shirts. Hey, Claudio, Nick, and Matt, those are people you stepped on to get to the top. You're promo potato salad. You're a millionaire despite yourself. You're not against TKO, you're Mr. TKO. They knocked your balls off of your body. For 25 years, I have been the GOAT. You were the best for 7 minutes 14 years ago. After Night of Champions, if you're delusional to believe you're the best, it's a small world after all. You're welcome, Grand Rapids. The mood is starting to change. The champ is here. USA, you can keep the extra 2 minutes. I don't need it. Elvis has just left the building. And John Cena destroyed CM Punk with a crazy pipe bomb. He alluded to the past, and for casual fans, like, they're not going to really understand this because CM Punk is, like, so different than when he first started. In 2011, CM Punk was calling out John Cena for everything that Cena was calling out Punk for. You're the face of this company. You step on everybody. You're Mr. Smiley Face. I'm the one that's going to make things different. I'm the change. And now, years later, it kind of is true. CM Punk, every time you see him, he's, defending the fans, defending the company, trying to fight the bloodline, trying to stop Seth Rollins. You're supposed to be the destroyer of everything. So I like that John Cena said this. And the only thing that we need to see is CM Punk make a, comeback in this promo to see if he can beat John Cena here. But unless they show CM Punk on Raw, the next time we're going to see him is on SmackDown, which will be in Saudi Arabia. So who knows? But it's basically CM Punk's time now. Cena laid out the challenge. He dropped it. He did good. A lot of people on Busted Open agree. I agree with them too. They think that this was the best thing that Cena's done since turning heel. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, and this is I feel like this is, well, Randy was his first real challenge, but there wasn't a lot of story to it. I feel like, even though they have a past, they didn't really bring up a lot right now. It was more like, we're going to fight each other on this date and it's going to happen. But I like this. There's more feeling to it, and everything he said about Punk was true. It's like, you were tearing this company apart 2 years ago when you were working for AEW, and you're like their little bitch right now. So we'll see.
Mr. TKO. Well, we've covered off SmackDown.
Yeah, and he's going to fucking Saudi Arabia, which he said he would never do, and he turned down millions for that. But he's going to be there Friday night because he has to defend his honor to fight Cena. Come on,
stupid. Cena made a lot of good points here. We'll find out about CM Punk's rebuttal if he does make one, but Cena is what everyone's talking about right now, this pipe bomb, and I understand why.
I think he'll be on Raw tonight.
Probably. We've covered SmackDown. Raw's going to have a lot. Becky Lynch defends the title, the Intercontinental Women's title against Bayley. We're going to see
the King of the Ring final.
Yep, Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. The Queen of the Ring finals, semifinals. The King of the Ring semifinals, Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso.
Is that tonight?
That's tonight. And I think that's all. I mean, there's been more announced, but I can't think of it.
The Wyatts have a...
But that's SmackDown. SmackDown there's a lot of matches.
That's right, because I was thinking all the Wyatts are going to Saudi Arabia.
Yep, Wyatt 6 against, I think, the Street Profits on SmackDown.
It's for the titles. I think they might get it.
Tiffany and Nia Jax for the women's title, last woman standing on SmackDown. And I think there's one more match that was made, but I don't know. But we'll be covering all of it, so make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the like button, notification bell, and leave a comment.
Never mind, that's a SmackDown. Oh yeah, we just did SmackDown. I think we might end up seeing, there was a tag match that I thought that was going to come out of this, and it was I think we're going to see Jacob and Jimmy Uso maybe go together against Solo and JC.
They're going to be front row for that?
No. So. It's in Saudi Arabia. I can't walk that far.
Shame. Well, thank you for tuning in. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.